Hi all, welcome to Telugu IT Factory. Please share and subscribe our videos and channel. Question: how I can expose my container in Docker to public DNS? Answer for this is, to expose your container to a public DNS, you need to follow these steps. Expose the container port. When running your container, use the -p or --publish flag to expose the container port to the host machine. Docker run -d -name my container -p host port container port image name. Replace host port with an available port on the host machine and container port with the port used by the service inside the container. This will create a mapping between the host port and the container port, making the service accessible via the host's IP address. Obtain a public IP address. Ensure that the host machine running the container has a public IP address. This public IP address will be used to access the container's service from the internet. If your host is behind a router or a firewall, you may need to configure port forwarding or open the necessary ports to allow traffic to reach the host. Register a domain name. Choose and register a domain name from a domain registrar. This domain name will be used as your public DNS. Set up DNS records. Configure your domain's DNS settings to create an A record that points to the public IP address of your host machine. This will associate your domain name with the host's public IP address. Type A. Name, example. Com, your domain name value, X, 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 your host's public IP address TTL, time to live, based on your preferences. Configure SSL, optional. If your service requires HTTPS or SSL, obtain an SSL certificate for your domain and configure it on your application. A reverse proxy, like Nginx or Apache, or a load balancer. Once you've completed these steps, your container's service should be accessible via your domain name, public DNS. Keep in mind that it may take some time for DNS changes to propagate across the internet.